Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today is another Glasgow report update for you, and there's also kind of something new with this update. There has been a little crash, which I thought I'd just add in for a bit of kind of diversity. But I've got, I think, 3 new models in this update. In fact, I think it's actually 4, at least from what these haven't been in my Glasgow update before. So I think it's 4 if I have counted correctly, however it could be 3. But yeah, so we're pretty much going to get into the update. I am sorry if the lighting isn't going to be the best. I am battling with the sunrise, and as you can see when I move away, it goes like this. So there might be a bit of kind of battle with the light, but we should just be able to deal with it. So if we start off here, we've got a 2.8 Boeing 737-800 with split scimitar winglets, and this is coming into its gate from Kos. And just next to that, we have got a Jet2 Holidays Boeing 737-800, and this one is boarding up for Dalaman. Now if we come over to Terminal 1 Concourse B, we've got an EasyJet Airbus A321neo, and this aircraft is boarding up and will be operating its usual service down to London Gatwick. And next to that, we have got an EasyJet Airbus A319, this is in the UNICEF colour scheme. So this is boarding up just now, and this is going to be heading over to Amsterdam. Next to that is an EasyJet Airbus A320neo. As you can see, they've got the air stairs here. So this is deboarding from London Luton. I will be turning around and heading down to Barcelona. If we just come over to here, you can see at the taxiway, I'll see maybe if this goes perhaps slightly better. So we've got a Jet2 Boeing 737-800 taxiing to gate 18 after landing in from Malaga. Now if we just come just over to here, we've got a Ryanair Boeing 737-800 in the Comunitat Valenciana livery. This aircraft is heading to Brindisi or Giovanni Rizzoli's airport. So now if we move over to here, you can see we've got an EasyJet Airbus A320 in the 250th aircraft livery. This one is boarding up just now and is going to be heading over to Belfast. And just next to that, we have got an EasyJet Airbus A320 in the Austria livery. This one is boarding up just now as well, and is heading down to Lanzarote. And now if we come all the way down to the final aircraft here, you can see just at the end there, we have got a British Airways Sub 340B operated by Loganair. This aircraft is boarding up just now and will be heading over to Wick. So now, if we come over to the other side of this concourse, we have got this Ryanair Boeing 737 MAX 8. This aircraft is boarding up just now and is they're just about to finish boarding, and this is the outward bound flight to Dublin. And if we then come over, you can see we've got another Ryanair 737-800. This one is the inward bound flight from Dublin, and it is coming into gate 4 just now. So now if we come over, you can see we have got an EasyJet Airbus A319 in the Renate City livery. This aircraft is boarding up just now, and is going to be heading down to Faro. And then the final aircraft for this concourse is the Flybe Sab 340B operated by Loganair. And this aircraft is going to be heading over to Belfast City. So now, just here, parked at one of the remote stands, is an EasyJet Airbus A319. Had a few positive COVID cases on board, so it's being deep cleaned. So now if we come over to the middle kind of concourse of Glasgow, we have got this British Airways Airbus A319. You can see it in all of its pride and glory here with the sunlight. which perhaps looks nice, maybe it doesn't, but I am sorry. But yeah, so this aircraft's boarding up and we'll be heading over to London Gatwick. I've then got an empty gate. And then we've got a British Airways Airbus A319 in the BEA Retro livery. So this aircraft is boarding up and we'll be heading to London Heathrow. So now if we just come over to here, you can see the empty gate where the Jet2 737 is coming into. And then here we have got a British Airways Embraer 190 boarding up, luggage, passengers, and also being refueled. And this aircraft is going to be heading down to London City, and of course is operating this route all day. So now, if we just come, next to that, we have got a Loganair Saab 2000. This is boarding up and heading to Campbelltown. And then over next to that is a Flybe -8Q400 in the new purple livery. This aircraft is pushing back just now, as you can see, and will be heading down to Guernsey. And then the last aircraft for this side of the concourse is a Aer Lingus ATR Sims 2. It's heading over to Dublin and will be pushing back in about 20 minutes. So now if we come over to the other side of the concourse, we've got a Jet2 Boeing 737-300, and this aircraft is boarding up and is going to be heading down to Murcia. Next to that is a Jet2 Holidays Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is heading down to Alicante. You can then see we've got an empty gate, and then we have got a Thomas Cook Airbus A321. This aircraft is boarding up and will be heading down to Las Palmas. And to the right of that is a KLM City hopper, Embraer E175. This aircraft is boarding up and will be heading over to Amsterdam. So now if we come over to the final concourse, I will start over here and then come round. As you can see just here, we've got Ryanair 737-800 in the Dreamliner livery. So this aircraft came in from London Stansted, but you can see it off-skidded the runway, so they have been doing an emergency evacuation. It has finished now, all the passengers are safely in the terminal, and there haven't been any serious fatalities. However, this aircraft is still here. It's pretty clear off of the runway, so the runway is still safe to use, and there wasn't any debris left on the runway. Yeah, so as I said, this was landing in from London Stansted. So now if we come over to here, we have got probably Glasgow's most famous aircraft, the Emirates Boeing 777-300ER. Coming along the runway now about 140 knots, lifting off any second for Dubai. Coming over, we have got an Emirates Airbus A380-800. This is coming into the usual Emirates gate after this aircraft landed in from Dubai, so this is obviously the inward bound flight. Coming over to here, maybe the sunlight will look quite good for this one. We have a British Airways Airbus A350-1000. This aircraft is doing some crew training up here at Glasgow. So it's parked where the remote maintenance stands. And we'll just be doing a few flights, so there will be just a bit of movement throughout the day. So now if we come over to what's essentially called Terminal 2, we have got a TUI Boeing 787-9. I'll try turning on my torch, see if that helps. But yeah, so this aircraft came in from Orlando and will be heading over to Barbados. So if we come next to that is a Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747-400. Of course, came in from Orlando and will be heading back out there. Final aircraft for this side of the concourse, we've got an Icelandair Boeing 757-200 with winglets, and this aircraft has come in from Reykjavik and will be heading back out there. So now if we come over to this side of the concourse, you can see we've got a Jet2 Boeing 757-200. This is one of my 3 new models in this update. So you will have a review of this probably coming up today or tomorrow. However, you can see this here. It's not really the best angle, but you kind of see there's a baggage loader there. So obviously they are boarding up passengers' luggage and being refueled in about 5 minutes. This will be pushing back and heading down to Tenerife South. And then just here is an Air Transit Airbus A330-200 in the new livery. This is another new model, and this aircraft is of course heading over to Toronto Pearson. So you will see the A321 NLR sometimes, as well as the A330. It just rotates. I know at the moment, I believe the route was actually stopped because of COVID, only temporarily, but beforehand they were using A330s as well. So now if we just look here, I'm pretty sure it's the final aircraft of the update, unfortunately. However, we have a WestJet Boeing 737 MAX 8. This is another new aircraft, and this is a new livery. So they previously used the 737-700, the route then stopped for a while, and now they've decided to use their MAX 8s instead. So this one has pushed back from gate 27, we'll be heading over to Halifax, as that is its usual route. So guys, unfortunately that does wrap up this airport update. I will maybe just finish off here with a view of some of the aircraft that are here today. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and once you've subscribed, hit the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload another video. I'm reckon the way that this is going to work is for about the next week you will have a Glasgow airport update one day, maybe for the next 2 weeks. So you'll have a Glasgow update one day, and East Midlands another, and then another Glasgow, and it'll just keep on rotating, with maybe some other content in between. However, guys, yeah, I do hope you enjoyed, so please do subscribe. We are now 4 subscribers away from 200, and then once we reach 205, the giveaway winner will be announced. I just thought 205 just to be safe and in the clear, because from past experience of hitting 100 and 150, I do know that people quite like to subscribe, and then they just like to be that one off-putting hater that unsubscribes as soon as we hit 200, so I'm down at 199. So yeah, that's why I'm just leaving it to 205. But yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, and look out for an East Midlands airport update coming out tomorrow. Well, guys, yeah, that is it. So this is Mac Aviation 2.0 signing out.